includes Guide Dogs of America. We do at the territory 3 fundraisers, 2 of them being the Spirit of the Midwest Rides for Guides, and that includes a car show and also a bike run. I'm happy to say that this state has participated in both of those very heavily over the last 3 years. We've raised a lot of money because of your efforts. This year we had the car show down in St. Louis again. Had to condense it a little bit. We had a monsoon coming in, so we were a little down this year. Excuse me. But everything worked out good. And then this year, after 2 successful years up in Milwaukee, I want to thank District 10 and 66 and W3 for putting that on. We had took the bike run down to Brown County, Indiana. If you've never been to Brown County, Indiana, very nice, very scenic. It was just a wonderful ride. We did great down there. We had, I know a few of you come down and for the ride of that. Russ come down, participated. We appreciate that. In the 7 years we've been doing that, we've raised over $300,000 for guide dogs, and we couldn't have done that without you and all the territory states, and we thank you very, very much for that. We just completed a USA Union Sportsmen Alliance shoot down in my old neck of the woods, and we had a little over 100 folks show up. It was very good. International President Buffenbarger hosted that, did sporting plays, had a good day. It looks like we're going to raise close to about $55,000 to $60,000 just for that day. It was really good. It had a good time. Kind of a treat for President Buffenbarger. Dave Butts, and I don't know, a lot of you old-time football players or football fans will remember Dave Butts from the Washington Redskins Super Bowl teams.
The who?
Washington.
Washington?
Yeah.
Okay.
It hasn't already down south. So, anyway, he shot with Tom and shot with General Vice President Gruber. Amazingly, he wasn't only good at football, he's good at shooting, because out of 100 he hit 96. So it was a good day. The other thing I'd like to tell you about, that whether you know about or not, I know that the staff and the DBRs and directors know about it, and I hope it's getting put out there. Our International has a defense fund for disasters like floods, tornadoes, you name it. There's a whole array of things. If you have a member that you think could possibly fit that, please get a hold of your business rep or get a hold of Alex, and they will put you in touch with somebody out of our office, Tim Huff. Many of you know him. He's been tasked with heading that up. So far out of this territory, I think we've helped close to 12 people. 12 of our brothers and sisters through a pretty tough time. So make sure you're aware of that. When you're in the shop, if you hear something, pass it on. They could qualify. You know, there's certain guidelines, but if they can help, they will. So. Also, coming up a year from today, we'll be done with the convention. The convention will be here in this territory. It'll be in Chicago. You would not believe how much it takes to put a convention on. Our brother Steve Galloway is heading that up. He's doing just a wonderful job. There's a million pieces that have to go together. He's putting them together and doing just a wonderful, wonderful job. There'll be a lot of serious business to be taken care of, obviously, at the convention, but we're trying to structure it that you also get some time to enjoy Chicago as much as you can. And we've got a couple of pretty nice nights planned out and some nice activities. So those for you that will be delegates, it will be a very good convention. We're aiming for the best convention ever. We're doing very well in fundraising. We've almost met our goal. There will be our last big fundraiser. It'll be coming out if it hasn't came out already. Has it come out already? Okay. It'll be coming out, I won't spoil it, but it's something that everybody will like. It's not like, we appreciate the Gator, we did well with that. But this new raffle, if you don't like what they're giving out here, I don't know, I've never met anybody like it, because I'll just say it's a pound of gold. So it's worth about $25,000. So it's good. It's good, and it's got some side prizes on it too that are very nice, some trips. So we're looking forward to that. Going back a little bit, I will not be able to attend Russ's retirement. I'm already assigned to something else, regrettably. But I want to say something to Russ. When we went through the Walker fight, and I see a few of the shirts, recognized a few of the faces. I spent a little time up there. We were at the Capitol, and the day right before it went in, everybody was kind of anywhere from pissed off to upset to whatever. We got back, we pulled the trailer down, and we had it kind of in front of the Capitol. We all kind of made our way back down there, and Russ looked at me and he says, well, it's not over. We have to educate. We have to learn how to work this new thing. We have to make sure our members understand it. We have to do everything we can to keep fighting. That's a good attitude to have. Because of that attitude, I asked Russ to put in a request for some money, and he did. And our International kicked in, what was it, Russ, 50,000?
50,000.
50,000 to the AFL-CIO to help for education purposes and to defray some costs. So it's that heart, it's that attitude. These jobs, I've said it for a long time, and you can disagree with me, that these jobs that these guys do, the reps, it's 80% heart, 20% brain. You can't teach the heart. You can teach the brain. And fortunately for the people of Wisconsin, Russ has a little better than 80% of that heart, and he's got a whole bunch more than that 20%. I know that's over 100%, but that's the kind of guy he is. He cares about the members. He busts his ass every day. And we're going to miss you, brother. I just want to personally say congratulations, and thank you very much for what you've done for the people of Wisconsin. Thank you very much. I got some certificates to give out in a little bit, but normally I do some kind of little catchy story or something like that. It's fortunate, though, that I'm actually here today because my mother-in-law lives in Pelican Lake. You northerners would know where that's at. It's up here by Rylander, I think. And I say I think because I got a restraining order against me for 100 miles. But fortunately, she's in Florida, so I can actually come up here now. But anyway, I love coming up here. Wisconsin's great. But as many of you guys, trust me, that's a bar story. I'll tell you about my mother-in-law. As many of you, I grew up in a union household. My father was a millwright in the same factory that I worked in. My uncles worked there. My two grandpas were machinists. So sitting around, it was kind of easy to be inundated by how the unions work, why we need unions. And I remember going to church one day, and I had to be about maybe 8, 9, and a couple guys coming up to my dad and said, hey, can you help us out? We like what you got. We did retirement. We don't have that. Can you help us? Can you, maybe put in a good word for us? And Dad always did what he could. And I look back then, and I look now that we as unions have let the tone change. It's no longer, man, brother, you're doing really, really great. How do I get a part of that? How do I join that good thing? To, I don't have it, you shouldn't have it. We've done a terrible job. You know, we go around and say, hey, thank unions for your weekends and do this and all those cliches. That's bullshit. We need to figure out a way to get back and not let the Koch boys, ALEC, Americans for Prosperity, and all the other groups you got set the tone for what we do. What we do is good. It's something that everybody should want. It's justice on the job, service to the community. And we need to figure out a way to get back to have people coming to us to say, I want part of that. I want to be a part of that. You heard last night, I believe from Phil Newfeld, that 60% of workers would prefer a union. Well, if they prefer it, and we've got what they would want, then we got to figure out how to make that connection together. So, don't let, when you hear somebody say, you shouldn't get that, I don't have that, turn to them and say, why wouldn't you want that? And see what their reaction is. I've done it a few times, and they're pretty much, they're done talking. Well, I'd like to have that, but you can fill in the butt. So, with that, I do have the certificates.